I would love to see a politician go, to get up there and actually show compassion. I'd love to see the humanness in a politician. You know, that otherwise it'd be like going to me. It'd be like going up to that wall and trying to convince the wall to be a door. You know, if they're not ready to listen. They don't even listen to the people that they're representing. Then I don't know how they would listen to me. And I don't think I think if they would just watch me, I wouldn't have to say anything.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's more powerful. If they would look at my life as screwed up as it's been, but if they would look at what I've been through in my life, of all the people at a very young age that I buried, and people I didn't know. A politician that they can vote against me, they can hate me, they can spew stuff at me, but the bottom line, if they needed help, I would be there. I don't know if they can say that. So I don't know if they could understand it. I always look clear through the menu, and I look, oh, that sounds good, that looks good, and then I always order Mugu.
Different.
I mean,
Same thing. Yeah.
the house.
Met originally much longer than when we actually got together and became and partnered. I had an extra ticket to a Janet Jackson concert in 1994, and I asked him if he wanted to go, and that's when we'd finally gotten back together. We saw each other for the first time after all those years. I came to his house 2 days before the concert, and as soon as
and earlier than what he was supposed to do. Because let's say he was supposed to be there at 1. So I go running out, to the tanning salon, of course. And I'm getting out of the car and coming back in, and still I swear, at least an hour before he was supposed to be there. And I look over at the picnic table, and there he is. He's sitting there.
Together 20 years, I know from experience that they're true, and they haven't changed over the 20 years that we've been together. And that is his ability to be compassionate, and he will give more of himself to take a burden off you or me. When it hit me the most is when we were waiting in the stairs to come in, and I could hear I heard the first time by George Michael. I heard that song, and I knew what that meant. That meant that they were already walking down and that we were coming up. And I remember feeling so overwhelmingly happy.
That's what I think, that when people say, have you ever felt joy? And I go, I don't know. I don't, what is joy? I know what joy is now. I'm not one of those people that ever dreamed something that, wasn't probable, And so I never really thought about marriage, because I never thought it'd be something I would ever even have a chance to experience. This is just, I don't know, it's an enhancement in my life. I mean, I just can't believe the milestones that I've seen, and I've been able to live long enough to see them.
Justice Ginsburg said, because she was asked one time, well, why don't you just let the states decide? If the states don't want to honor gay, same-sex marriage, just leave them alone. And she said, because sometimes it takes society too long. Said women, it took 78 years to get the right to vote. I think if if this country was able to get past interracial marriage, we can do anything. We really can do anything. And I do see more of the country that being more acceptable.
I now take great pleasure in presenting to you husbands Ron and Mark, who are now legally married in 34 states. And the District of Columbia. Congratulations. Go in peace.
I was going to be showing my affection to the man I love in public. And there wasn't anybody there that was going to, stop me or beat me up for it or arrest me or anything like that. But I realized how nervous I was, because when you're 63 years old, you've never been allowed to do that. You got experience to understand. I realized it brought out even homophobia in me. I know now, I just wonder what it would have been like if I'd always had this and been able to have just gone on like everybody else. And, gotten married, settled down, and gone on with my life. All these 47 years that I'll never know now. I never understood how people would say, boy, I'm so glad that we each work because we couldn't be with each other all day long. And I'm like, really? Because I strive to be with Ron all day, every day. And when we have that, life is good. Life is so good. We could work together and it would be glorious. Because that's why I'm with him. I love being with him. I don't have to be with him, but I love being with him. And that's the beauty of our relationship, I think. So when I hear that, I'm just thinking to myself, aw, that's so sad.
Okay, first, before I start, I'd like to give a shout out to all the straight single women who complain that all the good men are married or gay. Now all the good men are married and gay.
I'm Mark's nephew. I'm going to tell you guys about, it's probably about a year ago when I got the call from Mark. My pocket was vibrating, so I stopped. It was Mark, and we talked for a little bit, and he goes, well, I want to ask you a question. And he said, I want to ask you to be in my wedding. And I was very privileged, very honored that he asked me to be his best man. For as long as I've known Ron, we've always known Ron as Uncle Ron. Whenever we decide, hey, we're going to go down and see Uncle Ron and Uncle Mark, or Uncle Mark and Uncle Ron, it was never go down to see Mark. It was always, let's go down and see Uncle Mark and Uncle Ron.
For me, with the young generation, is that you don't have to be what people say you are. So all the younger generation realize there's always somebody that helped you get to what you have now.
What we've seen accomplished in the years that we've been here, and as fast as it's moving now, that you can fulfill any dream you truly want, whether it's family, children. The generations coming up now, they have that. We did not.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming. Woo,
It's all so simple. And as human beings, I think we take things and we make them so much harder than what they have to be. So much harder. And something as simple as love is love. And don't ever question it. Don't ever try to diagnose it, take it apart, because it's so simple. Love is love. You follow your heart and you have that freedom to follow your heart now, and you can love who you love. Don't throw that away.